Hey there, in this video we are diving deep into 9 different types of logos which are tailored for your brand client. Yes, this exploration is supposed to be to get you an idea of how you can synchronize your visual ideas and create a strategy that defines the visual identity for your clients. And all of this so that you can also strategically communicate with the client itself from the very beginning. Within a brand strategy, a logo is a pivotal visual element, right? It draws customers to the brand by creating an initial aura that sets the tone for the brand expression and experience. While a brand is much more than what it is in its logo, a logo plays the first part in that introduction. It sets up attention and makes the brand memorable, doesn't it? And so the primary function of a logo is to evoke a sense of recognition and memorability. While there are no strict rules regarding the different logo types, selecting an appropriate logo type is the most important task for creating a visually engaging experience. And this will also help you develop the brand recall. So throughout this video, we will explore various logo types with examples, hoping to get an idea of how to craft a good logo that your brand clientele will love. So let's dive in. Brand marks or pictorial marks. Often referred to as a logo symbol, brand marks consist of a graphic symbol or an icon that embodies a tangible object and mirrors the essence of the brand in its activities or its activity. Now, upon encountering these symbols, these icons or logos, viewer can swiftly associate them with the respective brand and discern the core function. Now, for instance, Adobe, it has the logo with a stylized A, symbolizing creativity, so from the stylization, and A for innovation, while Nike's iconic swish represents movement and athleticism. Similarly, McDonald's golden arches are instantly recognizable worldwide by symbolizing the brand's commitment to fast food excellence, right? These examples vividly illustrate the direct correlation between the logo's imagery and the brand's identity and offerings. Wordmark logos, that's the second one. A wordmark logo uses strong typography to create logos that use the business name directly and that also expresses the brand identity. While it lacks a visual image to represent what the brand does or its game, it makes up for the name sitting directly in the front and center. Notable examples would be like Google, you know exactly what Google does, IBM, Visa, FedEx, even Coca-Cola for that matter, where distinct typography embodies the essence of the brand and reinforces its unique identity. Abstract logo. Abstract logo marks are pictorial logos that don't have a recognizable image. They are usually abstract geometric forms that are custom made for a brand to express its uniqueness. One advantage of this type of logo is that it gives the brand enough room to design and create a logo that showcases and communicates their brand personality and uniqueness. Well, some popular companies who use logo like this would be Adidas, Nike, Pepsi, and even Airbnb. However, the disadvantage is that if it's too abstract, it may lack meaning. Masket logos. Masket logos are illustrated characters as visual representations of the brand itself. These characters can be fictitious or real people and usually serve as the brand's brand ambassador or spokesperson. Examples for using a mascot logo would include KFC, Pringles, Mr. Muscles, and even Cheetos. Mascots are a great way to add personality to a brand and embody the attributes which are set out from that brand strategy. Well, the next one, combination marks. Combination marks are the most flexible in terms of combining both the elements which are visual and type. They give you the ability to use just the icon, just the word mark, or a combination of the two to communicate who you are as a brand or your client is as a brand and the potential meaning of that brand in that marketplace. Examples for this one would be Lacoste, Burger King, Adidas, Chanel, and Mercedes-Benz. Next is emblem logos. Emblems are crests, badges, and seals which are used by brands to promote their traditional values. These logos are designed by placing fonts and icons to provide unique logos in a unique or a very traditional looking form. Famous brand crests include Starbucks, you know exactly that logo, Harley Davidson, BMW, and Juventus, even Volkswagen for that matter. All of these are emblems. Organizations like schools, government agencies, sports club, the auto industry, and brands with very long long traditions tend to use this type of logo. Dynamic marks. Dynamic mark logos are created in different forms so that they can easily adapt to different branches or segments of the brand, or even as different sub-brands if necessary. For each variation of the dynamic mark, an element of the logo is generally used and changed. Now, these could be color, text, shape, or even an icon. An example of this would be FedEx, even Google. Nickelodeon does that, Virgin does that as well. Letter mark logos. Now, these logos are created using the characters of the brand's initials. Brands like IBM, CNN, HP, and LG use this type of logo. While this type of logo makes the brand more memorable, it is essential to consider that whether it's the best option for your brand. This type of logo may not be able to provide much meaning to the already existing pieces in the market. Letter forms. Letter forms are letter logos or miniature versions of letter marks. The letter in the logo is usually the first letter of the company's name. Examples of brands would be that use these letter forms would be Netflix, McDonald's, and even Facebook. If your brand has high levels of awareness in the market, introducing a letter form mark may just help increase the levels of brand recognition and recall. Now, when it comes to design and creativity, there are no specific rules, but general designs portray different attributes. Understanding the message that you'd want to put out in the market helps you or helps even the brand to design or choose, if nothing else, the logo that represents perfectly in the market. What you need to do is first define the strategy of the brand and the message that you want to put out there. And then, with all of this done, engage with the client or probably a different designer to ensure that your logo or the logo that you're creating represents the brand exactly in those terms. Your logo is part of the brand's visual identity and overall brand strategy as well. And again, this is usually the first thing that people see when they are interacting with your brand. It only takes a few seconds for customers to make a judgment about your company or the company based on what they have seen. So, tune up your brand logo or brand strategy by creating the logos that convey the right message about your target market and the offerings that it has. As always, simplicity and distinctiveness are key to memorability. And remember, cutting corners within business and branding is not something that you should probably be doing, especially when it's your very first touch point. Now, this is your opportunity to make an impression on your audience. So, make sure that the logo that you're building takes time. Engage with somebody who's a professional to understand if you'd want a nice logo, and finally create something that is everlasting. Well, I hope that this was useful for you. If you'd want to understand more content as such, make sure you subscribe to the Design Hub channel. We are over here to make sure that the content that reaches out to you is great, is understandable and memorable, just like your first logo. I will hope to see you in another video.